Hello, folks, and welcome inside Chiller Easton here as we're getting ready for our next game of Division II Women's Hockey, ACHA hockey, that is. I'm Thomas Biondo, going to be getting one underway shortly here between the 5 seed in the West, the Adrian College Bulldogs, and the 2 seed in the East, the Bishops University Gators. Folks, we're going to go ahead and turn it right on over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups and the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have puck drop for you right after that. I can save you a lot of trouble and just tell you right now I'm not good. I can appreciate that.
They can't hear any of that.
Turn down for us so we can hear. Alrighty, folks, welcome back inside Chiller Easton here as we're getting you ready for this game between the Adrian College Bulldogs and the Bishop University Gators. The Bishop's University Gators come in 14-5 record during the regular season, 103 on the goals for ledger, 34 on the goals against. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs 14-2. They've scored 71, given up 36. The two netminders in today's game. First, for the Bulldogs, they will have Veronica Poland getting the start in net. She was 10-2 on the season, played 722 minutes. That led to a 2.66 goals against average and a save percentage of .870. Meanwhile, Bishop's University Alligators, they will go with Veronica Todd in net. Miss Todd has got a 9-1 record in 600 minutes played, a 1.70 goals against average, and a save percentage of .983. So with that as a backdrop, let's get the two teams over and on to center ice here so we can drop the puck and get underway. And we are from Chiller Easton, just outside of Columbus, Ohio. So happy to have you with us here during the ACHA Women's Division II National Championship Tournament. We're in pool play right now, and let's get to this game's action right now as it's going to be played in. Bumped down to the ice there was number 9, Litzuzel, and it's going to be brought on back by the Bishop's University Gators. The Gators over the line, outside rim of the circle, sends it to the middle, and that was redirected just wide. The big rebound caroms out of the zone, and the lead feed will allow the Bulldogs to bring in a nifty little move, and a shot there was blocked as that was carried in by Katie Hayward. To the near side corner it rolls. And that puck's going to come free to the line, not out as it caromed off a Bulldog skate. Now it'll come to center ice as the Bulldogs, as the Gators complete a change. Adrian will load up. That's turned over. Look out here. Chance in front and a big stop early on as Jessica Belanger had that opportunity, and up to the task was Victoria Poland. Now they work it back to the point of drive. That deflected and is caught up in some skates. Never really went through. On the backhand, looking to clear it out of the zone, will be number 20, Van Antwerp. It's rattled around the boards. Looking to come over and keep it in, and able to do so was Bigman. That was number 18, McCullough, who kept it in and put it on goal, and Victoria Poland was able to make the save. Our first whistle comes at 18:42. Remaining here in period number 1. The two teams making line changes here after the face-off. And the ensuing draw going to be won by the Bulldogs. They clear it as far as the blue line, but not out. Held in by the Gators. Sent on in deep. Good job getting down there by number 13, Danielle Armand. Bulldogs able to dig it out. A long stretch pass was intercepted there, and turning back is Underhill. A shot save was made as Underhill had the opportunity. Looking to tire, check up into the board was Warner. Comes to the middle. There's a block shot and a good diving play by Granger. Another shot on, and that was stopped. Bishop's on a roll here, or the Gators on a roll here in the early going. Underhill had their last opportunity as it's going to come up the boards, get to the line, not out. Gators keeping it in along the near side boards. Gators are in the white jerseys with the purple numerals. The Adrian College Bulldogs in the black jerseys with the white and gold trim. Bishop's in their own end. They try to carry it up to the line and can't get it out. Nice little toe drag move to carry to the forehand, and a quick shot and a save, and the rebound was knocked away. Good rush there as that was put on by Maria Granger. It's going to come to the line. Stays in for the moment. Good job keeping the line by Abraham. But now a lead feed was stabbed down, intercepted, and brought right back in on a hack by Christina Rotondo. Rotondo back in control. Angled it off the boards. To the point. Shot there. Got knifed down on the way through. And now the Gators look to turn. With it here is Paras over the line. They cut to the middle now as Paras had led the rush up ice, and that was a chance there on the cut through by Spooner. It gets knocked to the line again. The Gators able to keep it in, and going in on the offensive foray is Latuzel. It's side of the cage, it's loose, so play on. Latuzel again goes to chase it down. Far side corner now as she made the play behind the net. Tried to drop it off, but it was intercepted there by Erica Gilbert. The lead feed gets all the way down ice, and it's going to be handed on and turned. McCullough with a feed, and 2 passes later, it's turned over to the Bulldogs, who are just going to redirect it out at center ice. 16:36 to go, opening period. So happy to have you with us here. We're on day 1 of the women's D2 tournament. There's a play through the middle and a shot on that gets stuck into the corner. That was let go by Charette. Bulldogs sweep it out to center ice. Coming over to the top, trying to make a play to push it on, and unable to catch up to it was Elizabeth Anderson. They jam it off the near side wall. Trying to cut on through and bring it back into the zone with Charant. She'll now peel off. Actually, she does still have it. Her mates were peeling off for a change, and she keeps the pressure on, at least for the moment, while it's swept in deep to Warner. Cecilia Warner played it around. Now it's turned over. Quick shot there, and a rising one that just got the backboards. A good-looking opportunity, but it ends up going just high. Now there's a play in front. It's going to be rolled down below the goal line. Give and go, and it was stabbed away before Armand could get to the middle with an opportunity. Good start here for the Gators. Adrian trying to clear it out of their zone. They send it to the far side boards. Looking to gain some steam here was Hannah Chase. She couldn't get it out. There's a shot on that. Two-hopped right in front of the netminder Poland, but she was still able to get a grab, and she will hold for an offensive zone face-off for the Gators. Just about 5 minutes into this one, 4.5 to be more exact. Our score is 0-0. Shots on goal 5-2 already in favor of the Bishops. Or excuse me, I should say the Gators. Off the draw, Bulldogs win it and slam it around the near side boards. Good read and a good pinch will have it be kept in by the Gators, but on second effort it'll get out to center. Spooner couldn't knife it down. Played on back. Near side it comes. Di Tommaso had it for a moment. She couldn't move on through, and now circling, looking for a little time and space here are going to be the Bulldogs. They get it as far as center, or is directed ahead by Hannah Chase. No icing here, probably because they're saying it could have been played, and Briere has to go in deep. It's just kind of tipped to the middle and then stabbed off into the corner. Letke throws it to the middle. That didn't connect. Centering pass, gets to the short boards, and now it'll come out to center ice. Free puck, jabbed forward, and right back in come the Bulldogs. 2-on-2 here. Sharp angle shot, a drive, and a big blocker save. Rebound was unable to be handled cleanly, and they send it into the back door, and it's out the other side. Great opportunity there for the Bulldogs as they're now buzzing. Two really good chances on goal. One of them on goal, I should say, and one of them just went wide. Now puck's going to come to the middle, and the Gators look for the opportunity to clear. They will gain the red line and backhand it into the near side corner. That got knifed down as it didn't get all the way to the corner and pushed up the boards quickly by Warner. Tapped down further, but at center ice, it's going to be controlled by Cunningham. She dropped it back, and that puck's going to hit the mesh netting and go out of play with 14:02 to go in the opening stanza. Still no score yet between Adrian and Bishop's University. Face-off is going to be swept on back, and Bishops will go retreat and get it. McCullough was back there. Now it's tied up along the near side boards. They will look to stretch it. Tapped off the wall. Good read there, but it was actually pushed on further on a better play by Latuzel. Latuzel, she's got 42 points on the season. That is by far the team best. And you can see why with some of the offensive plays she's made in the early going here. That's going to be cleared back, and circling up will be the Bulldogs. Carrying it on through, very deliberately taking a look. Van Antwerp had it knocked off. She got help there, and Van Antwerp will just stab it back towards the Gators' blue line. Tipped off the near side boards, and the Gators again give it away to the Bulldogs who are in control. That pass had to be turned back to by Rotondo, and then it's turned over and brought back in by Belanger. Belanger moving through the middle, a rising shot at the glass. Good looking shot there by Jessica Belanger. Move to the middle, taken away, and now the Bulldogs come back. Maybe a 2-on-2. Actually, their mates are going to peel off for a change. Carried on back through. Top of the circle, a toe drag, and that shot rolled just wide. But a good rush anyway, as the Bulldogs were able to get 4 fresh players out on the ice. At center, that got knocked away on a good defensive play. Again, this one was made by Granger, I should say, and it's going to roll down below the goal line. Little pass there, a little shimmy shoulder move there as Briere tries to create some room. Chopped up to the far side boards. Looking to sweep it on further is Deborah Bork. It didn't get out of the zone on that. Bork had the opportunity now to work around in the near side and Gauthier. Gauthier got it as far as the top of the circle along the wall, and it will come out to center. It was brought out there by Granger. And that's just going to be spiked down in deep by Heisner. Adrian again going to get some fresh bodies out there. Meanwhile, Bishop's University Gators moving on through the Blue Jackets logo at center ice. Couldn't get it any further than that. It's turned over though here. Look out, a centering pass. It caromed off a stick or a skate in front and ended up just kind of rolling harmlessly towards the cage and got spiked away there. Now the Bishops, or excuse me, the Alligators, the Gators head off on a line change and are brought back ahead by the Bulldogs. That's going to be diagonally dumped on goal by Erica Gilbert. She's got 24 points and 14 goals on the year. That's second in each category. Goals, assists, and points. 14 goals is second to Katie Hayward 16. She's tied for second in assists with 10. Elizabeth Anderson also with 10, but Hannah Chase with 14. There's a shot and a save. And then for overall points, Chase with 25, and Gilbert with the 24. So give you an idea, the two leading scorers there, Katie Hayward also with 19 points on the season, Granger with 16, and Anderson with 15. There's a hold in and a backhand to the line and deep. Bishops will clear the zone. Bishops University will clear the zone and get it out as far as center. They couldn't get it any further than that, and coming up and trying to stab it in deep was Gilbert. They move in, cuts to the middle, a shot, a good-looking shot, but Anderson's shot was right into the midsection of the netminder, Veronica Todd, and she will make the save. Meanwhile, for the Gators, their leading scorer, as we mentioned a moment ago, Kayla Latuzel, 21 and 21 for 42 points on the year. Behind her, Charette's got 34 points, and then that's on 16 and 18, and then 22 and 4 for Belanger. So quite the goal scorer and sniper there, but only 4 assists on this season, as odd as that is, and the puck sitting on the back of the cage is going to be dug out by the Gators, who will look to bring it back. We are 10:50 remaining in the period, and we're about to get a penalty here to the Bulldogs, and now a power play opportunity coming up. As a checking call will put the power play out in the early going for Bishop's University. Jumping over the wall is going to be Van Antwerp. Time of this call is going to be the 9-minute, 14-second mark. Offensive zone face-off for the Bishop's University squad after they go to the man advantage. It's played on over. Straight away, and now straight away with number 19, Briere. She hands it off onto the wing. They try to send one rink right and do. Sharp angle shot, save was made. Good job coming down that wing by Charette. She let it go, and a good job by Poland to get over to that post and hold it. Offensive zone face-off again after the hold by the netminder Poland. To the point and straight away, and now right wing point. And played off, ripped over to the near side. And that's just going to be cleared to the line and out. Rolling the length, Briere will come back and get it. Briere looks, patiently waits. Power play still has 1:20 to go on it. A little bit of a drop pass here and a little room created on a right wing rush for Briere. There's a shot that hit a leg and goes off into the far side corner. Now they look, survey a rink wide feed on a one-timer. They couldn't really snap it as it got deflected, and that one got deflected on the way through, trying to soccer it out of the zone of the Bulldogs, and then that's just going to be turned and fired the length. Good job here by the Adrian Bulldogs, penalty kill. Their men's D1 team winning the national championship in the Division I men's pool last night. As a turnover here, side of the net, the Bulldogs try to get in and cannot. Also decided yesterday the men's D2 title has been awarded to Florida Gulf Coast. So we've got 2 of 5 champions decided. 2 more women's, and then the Division III men's tournaments still to be played. Let's get back to this game though here as a shot save, and the rebound was loose for a moment. I think the referee lost sight of it. So he will blow the whistle. Still 31 to go in the man advantage. 9:17 to go in the first period. Still looking for our first goal of the hockey game. The penalty was checking to Van Antwerp at 9:14. That's the only penalty so far on the board. Offensive zone face-off. Controlled and taken. The Gators didn't let that shot go there. There's another shot, and that got blocked. And now, good job there by the Bulldogs to sweep it the length of the ice as Briere did that. Wrapping the net will be the aforementioned Briere. Now they look to carry it on out. A little bit of a drop here as they set up the man advantage. It's only got 5 to go here, but see if they can get a zone entry, which they do. Cutting to the middle, and that was just taken right off the stick of McCullough, who was trying to cut through, and the Bulldogs will get one more clear, and we are back to even strength hockey, 5 aside each way. That's fired around by the Gators. They're going to sweep it on up, and this could be numbers here. Could be a 2-on-1. Full speed ahead comes Storen. Storen pulls back, pulls forward, and shot was blocked and caromed off to the corner. Good follow-up by Storen, but threw it to the middle blindly, and it was intercepted, and now maybe a 3-on-3. Long stretch pass finds its mark. Look out here, Bulldogs moving in, a rising shot scores! Hayward with a riser! And the Bulldogs have struck first. They lead 1-0. At the 11-minute, 45-second mark, Hayward finds some room behind the defense and lifts one right under the bar and in, bar down. And it's a 1-0 lead for Adrian. And what do we got here? Looks like it's just quick little media timeout. Folks, we're going to use this opportunity to say thank you.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Aries Sportswear, the official merchandise sponsor of the ACHA. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape of the ACHA. And by the Three-Legged Mare, located right in the heart of downtown Columbus.
They're some of the sponsors and some of the people we want to say thank you for in terms of sponsorship for helping us put together this ACHA tournament. A lot of men and women involved in putting together this great 5 league, if you will, tournament over the course of an 11-day period here in Columbus, Ohio. It's been an absolute blast so far. We're about halfway through it. Actually, I think last night after the men's championship game, in terms of just game numbers, we had hit the halfway point. And now that it's getting late in the day here, we've got more gone by than to play. As a quick little rush here as Whitaker came in off the draws. Let's see what happens after the media timeout and who gains control of the momentum back. DiTomaso sends it in deep. They look to work it back to the point, and it just rolled off the stick of Kerry DiTomaso, I should say. And a good little cutoff there defensively as McCullough didn't let that Bulldog rush continue. 2 touch passes later, it gets out to the zone, and that's flung ahead. Unable to catch up to it was number 20 in white, Vautour, I should say. And that's going to cause an icing, calling a faceoff back down into the Adrian end. Offensive zone draw coming up in the far side circle. They circle and tuck it underneath. Played behind the cage, looking for a stretch pass. First one connects. Full speed ahead. Here they come, up and over the line. Tipping it in and now giving chase. Be number 15 in white, Spooner. Spooner makes a move behind the net. Now Spooner will lay it around further. Into the corner it'll go. Latuzel is there. Latuzel now tried to send it to the middle. Nobody in white there as the Bulldogs clear it, but they clear it right back to Latuzel. Send it across. Oh, and what a step there! As Cunningham was on the backside of that play. And the netminder Poland got over to make a stop. Big play. Lay at our stage's first period. Now the Bulldogs have to bring it in. Winding and firing a shot. It was let go by the winger Granger, but up to the task was the netminder Todd, and we will get a whistle on a face-off here with 6:47 to go in a game that sees the shots even at 8, but a 1-0 lead on the board in favor of Adrian. Offensive zone face-off for the Bulldogs, following the opportunity in the shot on goal and save. Trying to clear it around there was Heisner. She got her stick lifted though, and it'll move to the slot, and a turn-in shot. That got deflected down in front. It's loose out of the cage, and it's directed away. And now just spiked wide by Gauthier. Gauthier couldn't get it out. Looking to put it around was Latuzel. Latuzel couldn't come up with it there. On back to the point it comes. There's a shot on it. A big stop was made. It's tipped down to center ice. Moving through the middle, and now it's sent on in. Carried on through. And down below the goal line, they look to center. Nobody home on that play. Actually, a player was taken down on that opportunity. Looking to dig it out further. They sweep it to the middle. Look out there. That didn't connect, and now here comes Adrian. Back the other way. Full speed ahead come the Bulldogs. Werner tries to duck and get wide. Werner wants to cut to the middle and could not. That was closed off by the Gators. And they will also take the puck away as a result. They look to carry on through. They gain the red line and now the blue. They're moving on in. Look at this move on the backhand. A chance and a save was made. Good looking rush, but up to the task again. The netminder, Poland, who's been very good so far for the Bulldogs, making plays as that end-to-end rush, a good-looking rush by the Gators, is thwarted by the netminder Victoria Poland, who, as we mentioned off the top, a 2.66 goals against average, an 8.7 save percentage. Seems like she's playing a little bit better than those numbers would dictate here. That is in deep and jabbed back up the boards. Van Antwerp pushed it on, and it's going to go out to center ice. Rotondo had it for a moment, glanced off her stick, and it's just going to be heaved right back in. Sendered on through, and that just missed everybody. Now the Bulldogs will turn. Full flight here, full speed ahead. They carry it on through as Rotondo got it into the zone. Now she looks to move to the middle, just couldn't get the puck into her control. And having to chase it back will be Van Antwerp. She'll tap it off the board, swept through the middle of the ice. With a little speed and some room, they move in, they cut to the middle. That shot was blocked, but a good little rush by Spooner. Spooner on it again. We've mentioned her name a ton tonight. Spooner on the backhand, still looking to move to the middle. Couldn't there, she got it poked off her stick into the corner by Van Antwerp. Slammed off the boards, held in inside the line. They walk into one, and that one hit a leg on the way through. And Spooner will come over and retreat in the near side corner. She's now bumped into the board, trying to hold her there, but unsuccessful doing so is Jessica Abram. A little bit of a duck under move here as Perez has it. Perez plays it up the board. Give and go. Circling underneath, Perez will throw it right back in deep. All Gators right now in terms of puck possession. They try to center it though. The Bulldogs took that away. And with 4:08 to go, the Gators are able to keep it in. Good job there, jumping into the play by Briere to send it around. Forecheck pressure being put on by Charette. Or I should say Charette. They come out front. That puck hit a leg and will skirt away. Back down low it goes. Sent on through. It didn't connect as there was a Gator player cutting through the middle. So now they try to wrap attempt. That doesn't work, and it's all Gators right now on this 5-a-side trip. Good attack zone time. That was read by the Bulldogs. They're able to get a steal. Now they're probably going to need a line change more than anything else. They do gain the red line. They send it rink wide. This is an onside play. Tucked in and then sent on wide and sent away by the netminder Veronica Todd. Cleared to the line. Spectacular keep on a bouncing puck there for the Bulldogs. That was number 16 in black, Werner. Try to the net shot, didn't go, and it's retrieved by Erica Gilbert. Gilbert sends it on back to the post. Gilbert on it again. Sent on through, oh, and what a stop by Veronica Todd, getting over. Spectacular work by her. She closed the 5-hole at the last minute to keep that one out of the net. And after about 2 minutes of sustained pressure by Bishops University, Adrian comes down and gets a good scoring chance with their, well, about 30 seconds of man advantage time. We've got 3:05 on the clock in period number 1. Shots are 12-10. 12-10 in favor of Adrian. Meanwhile, the two coaches having a bit of a conversation here, and seems to be peaceful, and actually coach is hopping over and heading towards the Adrian bench from Bishop's University bench, so this seems to be very, very peaceful here. Yeah, there's an injured player. That's what it is, sending over a trainer. That's always good to see. Not that somebody's hurt, let me rephrase. It's just good to see that the teams are working together to help the injured player. Boy, I tell you, left that hanging. That doesn't sound good at all. Anyway, let's get back to action here as it's going to be swept up and out of the zone. Looking to retreat and cover up here is going to be Heisner. It's going to be directed in and directed into the corner now by Todd. She's been spectacular today, made 2 or 3 really grade A scoring chances. Also didn't really have much of a chance on the goal that did beat her. It is a 1-0 lead for Adrian. Puck to the line, trying to sweep it in further, but when unable to get a stick on it was Anderson. So it'll come out to center and be chopped into the zone. It's put up on a tee for Todd. Or by Todd, I should say. Comes around to the near side boards. They look to stretch it ahead, trying to catch up to it here. 15 in white. That's Spooner. She's been very active, as we've said. It's brought in onside. Look at this one, a rising shot, a good read, and Hannah Chase let it go. But again, up to the task was the netminder, Veronica Todd. Whistle and a face-off with just 1:56 left on the clock here in period number 1. The offensive zone face-off is kind of sat there in the circle for a moment. Now it's going to be played around, or carried around, sent up to the short boards on the far side, and the Gators are going to break. They slide it right by the defenseman, Bigman. And good race being run. I'm not sure that was going to be icing anyway, but Vatur just made sure it wasn't. And it's sent across. They move the line. Shot was blocked. Good play there by the Adrian forward Granger. Good little move, though, to walk the line and try to get it through by Briere. Both of these teams playing a very even hockey game so far. It's been pretty entertaining as they dig away at it. Now it's going to come free behind the cage. 1:15 left on the clock here in period number 1. Still a 1-0 Bulldog lead. Bishops have definitely, or the Bishops University Gators have definitely had their chances, though. That's fired back in and will come around to the near side corner. They do battle along that near side wall. Will now go into the corner. They try to center it here. Look out, the Bishops keep it in. It was a clearing attempt, I should say, but the Bishops keep it in on the attempt. Now they move in and they score! What a drive by McCullough as she hit 2 posts and buried it, and with 47-9 to go in the period. We are all locked up at 1 goal apiece, and I believe it was number 18, McCullough, who let it go at the 19-minute and 18-second mark, or excuse me, 12-second mark of the period. The goal by McCullough would be her 8th of the season, 1st of the tournament. Yep, it is number 18, and it is McCullough on the goal. A chance in front again, and that got blocked off. Oh, this could have been a big change in momentum if Adrian would have went from up 1 to down 1 in the final minute. Instead, they look to get their lead back as they dance on through the zone. Hayward with a shot. It ended up caroming off the leg. A wrap attempt here. Still waiting, still waiting. Here's a shot blocked. Oh, and it just missed the near side post after it was redirected just wide. On the backhand, flipped on through. Big 3-person collision at the blue line. Everybody's up, but skating off now quickly is going to be number 12. Charette, hopefully she'll return, and we will not be able to see if she does until we get to period number 2, as we are through the first 20. Both teams with 1 shots on goal, 14-11, score 1-1. Pretty entertaining first period. We're going to step aside. Come on back, take a look at period number 2. You're watching the ACHA Division II Women's National Championship Tournament. We're in pool play on the ACHA Network. Welcome back inside the Chillers Easton Center here in just outside Columbus, Ohio, as the ACHA Division II Women's National Championship Tournament continues on. The Gators from Bishop's University have returned to the ice. They're in the little circle by their bench having a last-minute powwow here, and now the Adrian College Bulldogs D2 women's team, they're coming out of the locker room, and it looks like no pile-ups here. They're just coming around, going for a skate, and heading to the bench. It is a 1-1 score, 14-11 shots on goal. That favors the guests, the Bulldogs. Goals in the first, Haywood would score at 11:45. McCullough would tie the scorer at 19-12. The McCullough goal for the Bishops was just a beautiful, both goals actually, kind of bar-down goals from tight angles to make it 1-1 hockey games. And then we'll see what we get in period number 2. Two teams come to center ice here, and it looks like we are ready to go, and we are as the puck is dropped. Bishop's University gets over to it first. They try to chop it into the zone through the middle. That didn't connect. And now coming over the top to make a play on it is Briere. Briere reverses and sends it up the far side boards. Good little push ahead by Burke. Burke over the line, peels off. Actually, she gave it on to Charette, and then Burke was there with her. Now a backdoor centering pass. That didn't find its way through. Again, a centering pass there as they try to wrap attempt, and that didn't work out. Good pressure, though, put on in the early going here by the Gators. To the far side shortboard. That's going to be backhanded further by Lattizel. Down below the goal line. It's centered right on through the crease and comes out the other side. Big pickup here. And the return by the Bulldogs is a 3-on-3. Looking to get wide with some speed and able to do so there is Chase. She'll fire it on goal, and that's going to be stuck away into the near side corner. It rims up the boards and comes to the outside of the circle. Pressure being put back on by Heisner. She'll throw it to the middle, and that comes all the way out and be grabbed by the Gators as they will turn back. Good pressure being put on, but a nice job avoiding that pressure and chipping it in further was Katie Hayward. Long stretch pass there, didn't find its mark, and Adrian's got a moment to set up there. That pass handcuffed Heisner, though, and that's going to give the Gators an opportunity to gain the line. Lattuzel drops into the slot, a shot, and that hit a leg and goes off to the side of the net where it's going to be carried on back by the Bulldogs. Here we go with speed. Sherratt moves in and just pushed the puck a little bit too far. Good job, or excuse me, it was check that. It was not Sherratt, it was 12 Hayward moving up, and then it was poked off the stick and into the corner by the Gators. I beg your pardon. They are in control again with 18-17 to go here in period number 2. A foot race to the puck, trying to corral it in. It's going to be the Bulldogs, number 20. It looks like Van Antwerp in there. 2 aside doing battle. And a rugby scrum along the boards. Dug out, trying to center. First attempt doesn't work. Centering pass there, stick tied up. Look out, it's loose. And that shot, it found its way to Armand. She just couldn't get an opportunity. And the Bulldogs now will go after it. Letke, no icing on this play. Doing the force, but a good job at picking it up and skating it out. Full steam ahead. Come the Gators winger Patterson. Or excuse me, that is number 15, Spooner. And Spooner is tripped up. And it's going to be a penalty to the Bulldogs as the good work by Spooner draws the penalty. And the power play upcoming for the home squad, the higher seeded team from Bishop's University. The tripping call goes to number 20, Van Antwerp. Her second penalty of the hockey game. Bishops were unable to capitalize on their first, and a good-looking shot that kind of hit the connection between the boards and the glass and ends up going out of play. As we now have, what do we got here, 17:25 to go on the clock. Still looking for our first shot of the period. It was 14-11 after 1, still sitting at 14-11. Bishops work in onto the outside, and just too hot to handle there as it couldn't be held by Lattuzel. They work it back over to the middle, trying to walk the line. McCullough sends it rink wide, and McCullough gets it back straight away. Top of the circle, now to the dot, they move in. A shot saving the rebound, they score! Poked in! I believe that was Deborah Burke on the lip of the crease, and the Bishops, Bishop University Gators, I should say, have taken the 2-1 lead. And again, I believe this should be Deborah Burke on the goal. A shot on, a rebound in front, and a tip in. And at 2:57 of period number 2, Burke will go ahead and put in her first goal of the season. It's the right time to do so, as they will now take a 2-1 lead over the Bulldogs. We circle here and get ready to drop the puck here to start after the goal. We'll wait for the official call. Now it's brought back in. A stick lift and a good back check there. Didn't allow a shot to be put on by Hayward. Now, try to get the official call, missed it, but I believe it's going to be Burke's goal. As it's cleared to the line, Adrian had a chance there, and now the Bulldogs will reload at center. Fanning on it twice, look out here. It's poked down through. Belanger trying to get through. It is a pass across and a shot, and a save was made as Belanger got it to Whitaker. Whitaker had the opportunity, but up to the task was the Adrian netminder Poland to keep this a 1-goal hockey game. So the power play connects here for the visitors. Or excuse me, for the home squad. They are the higher seed, the 2 in the East versus the 5 in the West. And that's going to be rimmed around. Looking to get over to the near side corner to come get it. The Bulldogs keep, or excuse me, the Gators keep the pressure on. Burke was in deep there, but it's going to be brought on back and carried on up. Good push here by Letke. Letke lifted a stick, but the Gators had already corralled around it, and they will take the puck, chop it towards the line, not out. Held in by the Bulldogs. It gets to the line, looking to move to the middle, unable to find an area to walk across was Werner, so it goes below the goal line. Bishop University, a couple of passes later, they get it. Now they're going to move in alone. Here comes Paris, moving on through, a shot and a big stop there. Poland has been strong there, and she kicks one away. Kind of turning into a track meet here, and the Gators are really taking control. It's back in deep, and DiTomaso had it, sent it to a defense partner, and now it's tipped on ahead. Unable to catch up with it there, though, was Perra. And the Bulldogs try tapping it off the near side boards. That didn't work on first effort, and the second pass out by McGovern, by number 17, Heisner didn't connect either, and the Bulldogs will have to go chase. They clear it to the line, not out. That is fired back in by McCullough. To the middle, a shot was blocked and just still kind of rolled on goal. Up to the task again, Poland got to it. Walking the line here, McCullough. Hands it off on the wing, top of the circle. Feathers it in through, and it's going to be angled now to the far side corner. They come together there, quickly flows reverse back over to the near side. A little bit of time and space for the Bulldogs. Nice little cut move, and it's going to be carried on. Full speed ahead as they gain the red line and look to power their way through. It is number 17 in black. That is Heisner. It gets to the line, and it's going to be brought out. Maybe a 2-on-2 if they hurry. Full speed ahead, it's Latuzel. Latuzel in, tried to toe drag. She did, and a sharp angle shot. Covering the post well was Poland. And that's going to be swept down the ice. The Bishops really rolling here so far early in period number 2. They have dominated the Bulldogs through the first 5 minutes and 38 seconds of this stanza. We come down for an offensive zone face-off again for the Bishops in the left wing circle. The Bishops have it, look to move it around. Bishops University, oh, Gators in a chance side of the cage, and quickly getting their foot to the post was Victoria Poland again. Bulldogs will try to punch it out along the near side wall. A little bit of a collision there. They do battle in the corner. It's going to be dug out, and now a power move towards the net. They try to cut out front, unable to finish that was Belanger. To the line, that got deflected on the way through, but it was still put on and held in, though, by Gauthier. Bulldogs help get it as far as center. And right back in, though, come the home team, the higher seed, the Gators. They lose control of it behind the net, though. Adrian's going to use this opportunity to feather it to the circle, top of the circle, not out. Now a puck that deflected away, and the rebound came out the other side. Adrian's got to find some offensive burst here, as it's been all Gators here so far through the first 6+ minutes here, period number 2, I beg your pardon. Puck at center. Able to control it center ice there is going to be Van Antwerp. She'll fire it on through. Unable to find it there was Rotondo. They cut in and moving through. Knocked down on the play was number 19, Gilbert, trying to get to the front of the net. Puck ends up along the near side boards. It's going to be cleared and brought back. Full speed ahead. One hand on the stick, shoveling it on further as Vitor. Vitor now wants to push it on further. She does. She knocks it off the stick of Van Antwerp. But Van Antwerp able to follow up with it. Smooth play through the middle of the ice. Gets it as far as the blue line, not out. Good keep there by the Gators. Puck in the middle. Again, trying to get it out, but unable to there. Spooner made the play. Spooner now peels off, tried to drop it to a trailer. That didn't connect, and we go 2-on-2 the other way. Nice little push ahead. They move in. Forehand move. Shot was blocked on the way through. Bulldogs able to cut in and retain possession. Outside rim of the near side circle. They send it through to the middle. A one-timer there. Didn't have enough speed on it, and that was just blocked by the defenseman, number 18, McCullough. Said her name a lot today. She's having a good game. It got poked off her stick, though. It's turned over a chance, and that was a block shot. Rebound, Karams over to the boards, right along the hash marks. It gets out to center. The Bulldogs are going to stab it right on in. They now are starting to apply a little bit of pressure here, but it's beaten by the Bishops, and look out. Bishops University moving in. Sharp angle, dropped it off. Good tie up there. Not allowing Letzuzel a clean area to shoot it, but she's able to pull it off the boards as she does a lot of battling with Letke. Now it comes to Letke at the outside rim of the near side circle. It's rolled towards the line, held in and sent back in deep. Good play in tight. That was by McGovern to keep the pressure on. Bulldogs play it back around to the near side. Not a lot of time and space there as Letke wanted to push it on further. She could not, and they do battle along the wall once again. 11:28 on the clock. 2-1 our score. Bishops University is on top of Adrian College. Point shot there. They were looking for a redirection in front. Standing off right there was Armand to do so. Didn't really connect. Rebound is controlled after a big carom on the boards. It's on the half boards all the way out. And now held in. A spinning centering pass there is going to find its way back to the line. Good pull to the back from the back end of the forehand. That shot redirected in front, and the Bulldogs are able to clear it away. It was kind of chopped towards the cage by Gauthier. And now a high loping clear will get at least out to center, and the Bulldogs need to get some skaters off here. They get 1 and 2 and 3 at least. But now a stretch pass, and they move it in. Look out here. Chance trying to get wide. Unable to. Pulling on the brakes was Underhill. Drops it on back, and that didn't connect. Outlet pass back the other way, though, as Gilbert wanted to hit somebody. Hit him in the skates. Gilbert over the line. Sends it through softly the middle. And now coming over to help out along the far side boards is Parash. She'll lay it on back. 24 seconds shy of the halfway point of the hockey game. Looking for an outlet feed. It's rink wide, and it's on from Belanger onto the stick of a rushing winger. Down the side, and a save was made. Rebounds punched free, and it's going to be trying to be cleared away by Gilbert. She got closed off quickly. Played around, and with a little time and space, the Bulldogs will have an opportunity to clear it. Touch pass through the middle, didn't connect. Intercepted, and right back in they come. That's Bork in deep. She couldn't handle it cleanly. Van Antwerp off the boards, and it's going to be touched to center. A couple of bodies collide. A loose puck's going to go rolling, and it's going to be handled back. Skating the wrong way into pressures Briere. She circles her net, looks to wind it up. Good speed by Briere now over the red line. She's gone all the way around, and now Briere down in the right wing corner. Below the goal line and into the left wing corner. Throwing it through the middle. A couple of players on the backside of that play. The Gators trying to move in. A shot, and the riser got the boards. Big rebound, Karams up. There's a shot on, and it is going to be grabbed as that was thrown on at the point by Jessica Briere. 7 seconds beyond the halfway point of this game. Boy, we went a long stretch of time without a whistle. Folks, we're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have the finish of period number 2. You're watching the ACHA Women's Division II National Tournament.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron's Championship Rings, the official ring vendor for all ACHA National Champions and Hall of Famers. And by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Center just outside of Columbus, Ohio, as they host the D2 Women's National Championship Tournament here. They've had A lot of games over the course of 4 rinks over the course of so far the first 6 days. This is, I believe, day 7 of the tournament. As we'll crown 5 national champions over an 11-day stretch. Really looking forward to this tournament here as the men's D1 squad from Adrian hoisted a national championship. We also had Florida Gulf Coast in the Division II men's championship trophy being hoisted. This is the Division II squad. Over at the Ohio Health Ice House right now, they're going through the preliminary round of the Division I women's squad. And I believe at Chiller North, the D3 men's squad playing hockey and to determine their path to the national championship. All this to be wrapped up by Sunday. I believe it's Sunday. We got a 1:30 D2 women's championship game, 4:30 D3. Check times. Go to ACHA.com/national tournament, national championship. You can also get to it right from the main ACHA website. So different things for you to take a look at here. Want to make sure that you can get all of the tournament action. You can also get to it via YouTube, and it's as we said, the ACHA site. Going to be very helpful to get through to that. Meanwhile, at center ice, as we get back to it, it's going to be played in deep to the Bulldogs' end and going to be fired around the boards. Held in at the line, looking for a play to make and unable to do so towards the net, so it just had to be dumped back in by McCullough. And now it's loose on the goal line, and it didn't go after the mad scramble in front. I could see it sitting on the goal line, but it stayed out on a big play by the netminder, Victoria Poland. And just to finish the thought, it's ACHAnationals.com. That's the website you want to go to for all information about all 5 divisions of hockey. After that big stop, an offensive zone face-off again for the Bishops, who really, I think Adrian may have had a slight advantage in period 1, but it has been a noticeable advantage in period 2 for the home team. Bishops University's, the Gators, I should say, getting the job done. And now they nearly move in on an odd man rush, but that didn't connect as 2 players collided. Really kind of helped set that thing off. It was Erica Gilbert colliding with Danielle Armand. And the puck was just gloved and held by Victoria Poland. So now we get a offensive zone face-up again for the Bishops University squad on the far side. It's chipped out, and now look out here. Could be a 2-on-1, maybe even a 3-on-1. Bulldogs move it up, send it across. Middle shot blocked, and the rebound is loose in the foot of the crease. Cleared away, but covered up. Bulldogs another chance, trying to get it through the middle. That didn't connect, but it'll roll out to center ice. We get a race here and back to it. Underhill looking to force the play, but it was gotten back to by Van Antwerp. Remember that 2-on-1 opportunity that went for naught. Sent on through, just unable to pull it into her control was Elizabeth Anderson. It's going to be teed up by Veronica Todd. Been less busy of the 2 netminders in this period, but she's been fantastic throughout the course of this game. And now winding up are the Gators. It's just going to be chipped on in by number 19, Briere. Full scale changes on one end. Bulldogs now look to bring it out of their zone. Outlet pass missed everybody. Paris will run a little interference to allow her mates to come up with it. Deemed legal by the officials, and a good call by that. As now we do battle just outside the Adrian offensive blue line. Bulldogs getting on a rink-wide feed. It's going to be brought in and trying to get wide there is Letke. She could not. On the backhand, she wants to float it on further. That didn't work out. Tried to return it to the point, and the Gators had that cut off, and now a poke through, and look out. This could be numbers. Burke moving in. Quick shot, a save, and the rebound is loose and grabbed. As I believe a player from Bishops University got through on the backside of that play and tried to redirect it home, and I think she got more stick than puck. She's skating off, shaking her hand, but the moral of the story is the puck stays out, and this game will stay at 2-1 in favor of the Bishops University Gators. That's played on in deep. The Gators tried to center. That didn't connect, so the Bulldogs look to reverse flow. It didn't get all the way around the cage as it was knocked down by Latuzel. It's pushed up the boards, gets as far as the hash marks along the wall, now gets to the top of the circle, and it's nicely spun back in deep by number 18, McCullough. Everything to the left side of the rink here, left wing side of the rink anyway. Trying to move it out front, that didn't work as it was stuck back behind the cage by Poland, but again, being worked up, the centering pass there didn't connect, as sitting in the slot on the far side was Charette. The Bulldogs move it through the middle. They direct it in over the line, but they turn it over right on the line, and now it's going to be a 2-on-1. Here they come. Charette, and a shot, and a save was made by Poland as she's doing her part to keep the Bulldogs in this game with 5:52 to go in period 2. Shots have now spread to 24-16 in favor of the Gators, when I believe after one they were 14-11 in favor of the Bulldogs. Face-off and control both done by the Gators. Bulldogs, they're able to intercept, and feathering it around on the backhand was Abraham. It ends up, coming around to the near side, and Adrian will look to break out. They get as far as the red line, and that's where they have to shoot it in, and hopped over the stick of the defenseman McGovern. McGovern tried to box out. That didn't work. Centering pass, and hit off 2 Adrian sticks, and the actual shot never got through, and it was finally controlled. Now back to the point. There's a shot. That was blocked. Unable to get that shot through is Van Antwerp, and now it's going to be cleared. Will this have enough for icing? Yes, but the race, that should not have been icing. The race was clearly won by the Bishops University squad. And they were upset for a moment. Looks like that they've kind of calmed in here, but I'm not sure why that face-off or why that icing was called. It looked like the race was won by the Gators, and let's see if they end up having to pay for that here. Behind the cage, it's wrapped around. Swept on up, Bulldogs couldn't hold the line. Gators gain the line. Actually, first effort they did not. Then they touch up, and they will come back in. They needed to finish the line change after the icing call, so they go ahead and do that. It's chipped on in, and giving chase now will be Gauthier. She pull cued it around, and it ends up coming right back around to the near side corner. Bishops University can't get it out on that first attempt. They'll try again to jam away at it. They clear it again to the blue line, not out. Still the Bulldogs keep it in, and finally a centering pass will be able to hit Patterson in full flight. Or excuse me, that's 15 the other way. That's Spooner in full flight. Spooner dropped it off. Look at this play. Shot save made. And another big stop there as Poland has been spectacular here. A lot of opportunities coming one way, and she has kept her team within one. Now the Bulldogs like to cut back. Number 17, Heinzman. Heinzman plays it up the near side boards. Looking to swing free and able to do so. An outlet was Gilbert. Adrian may have wanted to get a change there. They're unable to. And a stretch pass here is going to carry them off the near side boards. To the red line and in. Gators getting that in deep. Now it's a stick lift and a battle into the corner. Big puck battle there. Two aside doing battle. One by the visitors. They move in and they score! It was not the visitors, it was the home team, and the aforementioned home team, the Bishops University Gators, end up taking a 3-1 lead. As I believe first through the handshake line might have been number 12, Charette, on the goal. And that was a great power move there. She moved to the front, actually threw a change-up when the netminder was expecting a fastball. And I think that's the reason why it went in. It doesn't matter how it went in. All that matters is that it did. And at the 16, Latuzel is what they sound like they said down low. I like Latuzel better. I don't know. They got the official. They get it written down there. They might have checked, but I've been going with Latuzel. That's what I'm going to stick with. Centering pass there. It's tipped. Oh, and what a kick save! as Todd, who hasn't been busy much, was able to get the leg back. A 3-1 lead. Three-to-one lead in this one. Scoreboard says 4. I'm fairly certain it's only been 3, though. Yeah, it's they got 4-1 on the scoreboard. I'm fairly certain it should just be 3. And it sounded like Latuzal and Sherratt teamed up. Sherratt teamed up on that last goal. Puck going to be played around. To the line, not out. It actually only got to the top of the circle before the Gators were able to push it back in further. They will wrap, sharp angle shot, and that ends up getting pushed off into the corner. Coming back around again. That's going to be Armand. It's lifted over to the near side. Trying to get it out was Anderson. Stolen away by the Gators. They roll it on in further. Giving chase to it now is going to be Armand. She couldn't get it in deep. They joust away to the line, not out. Good keep there by Underhill. Still jousting away at it just inside the line. Now they wind and fire, and that was a block shot. Good looking shot though, as skating into it was Belanger, but right back in comes Underhill. To Belanger, redirected and grabbed off by Poland. She has been busy, and without her, let me tell you, I don't know, it could be a lot worse here. She has been very, very good so far. Puck cleared on back to the point, fired back in by DeTomaso. Rapp looking, trying to cut to the middle, and a little drop-off pass there by Vautour. Cleared to the line and now out. Vautour will have to chase it back. She does, turns, looks. 1:37 to go here in the period. It's sent up ahead, waiting to for the play to be onside, and it is now onside before it's fired around by Whitaker. Behind below the goal line, they do a battle. That's puck centering pass, never found its mark in front. A lead feed is going to be outlet down, and that's going to go the length. No icing here, and it's just going to be grabbed by Poland, or excuse me, grabbed by Todd, Veronica Todd, to make sure that no trouble comes from this with 1:15 on the clock. And I believe our score is 3-1, though they have 4-1 on the scoreboard on the inside. I'm intrigued to see if maybe I missed something. I guess it's possible. There's a chance there, and it's going to be grabbed off by Todd. Final 1:08 of the period is on the clock. It's won by the Bulldogs again, and that swinging shot ends up being stuck into the corner. Good opportunity there by Hannah Chance. That's fired through the very top of the crease. Outlet here. It was deflected, but on the wrong side of center by Cunningham, and that will go for icing. So Adrian might be able to see if they can get a matchup and a late goal here. They gave up the late goal in the first period to McCullough, and I wonder how much of an effect that had on them. Because since then, they really haven't been able to string much together. This second period has been pretty much dominated by Bishop's University Gators. Swinging, centering pass didn't get through. Bouncing puck right in front of the Adrian bench. Putting his leg down was Granger to keep it in. They try to center it through there, and that's stubbed off the back of a Bulldog stick and comes all the way back to the point. Stepping up to keep it in was Abraham. That didn't connect, and now a loose puck is going to just gently roll into the far side corner. Protecting with one hand on the stick all the way around and unable to tap it in. I believe that was Sharon on the offensive foray. Top of the circle. That shot's going to carry him off the leg with 20 to go in the period. Nice little toe drag back. Nice little dance on through. Good protect on, but it was knocked off the stick of Hayward. 16 goals during the regular season. That's probably why she was looking to make the foray. Around below the goal line. Bishop's University looking for one late. Armand, a chance, and a save was made, and the rebound's going to go off to the corner as the period will come to an end. And I believe we're going to get a penalty at 20 minutes. An elbowing call at the 20-minute mark, I believe. Sorry, we're trying to get the score clarified here. That's what we're waiting on here. The scorekeeper has 4. All the fans are yelling 3, so it's not we're not there yet. So we're just gonna wait here to keep an eye on this during the intermission update. Again, though, there was a penalty called at 20 minutes, so we'll see what happens with that. I believe that was to the Bulldogs. So that's going to be interesting as well, as they may have to come out and start the third period shorthanded. But with all that, folks, we're going to go ahead and step aside. Adrian College trailing 3-1 with 40 in the books. You're watching the ACHA National Championship Tournament, Division II Women's. You're watching that on the ACHA YouTube channel. Welcome back here inside Chiller Easton as we're getting ready for third period action. And there was a penalty called at 20 minutes to the Bulldogs. So there will be a power play starting up here for the Bishop University Gators. Up by 2 and a power play opportunity for them. It's a big start for this third period for them. I should say it's actually the bigger starts for Adrian, because I don't think you can afford to fall behind by 3. It's very, very important that the next goal in this game, if there is a next goal, comes from the Bulldogs. I don't think you want to be in a situation where you fall behind 3 goals against this Bishop's University Gators squad, a team that only gave up 34 goals in 19 regular season games, and we're going to drop it off again at center ice, as it was deemed that that one was dropped illegally. So let's do it one more time here at the Columbus Blue Jackets logo at center ice here in Chiller Easton. The draw is pulled back and controlled and now won and thrown ahead. All of that done by the Gators. They will now give chase, and actually it was from the wrong side of center, so it ends up being an icing call. So that's going to move the faceoff all the way back down to the Bishop's end. That's not how you want to start a power play, by starting it all the way back in your own zone. The Bishops are going to have to go, Bishop University squad, I should say, is going to have to go about 180 feet to be able to get back into the offensive zone and set up deep. And the Bulldogs grab one at center and fire it right back in. So a little bit more of a delay before they can get going on this man advantage. They gain the center ice line, and now they gain the blue line and bring it in. Over the line, a little bit of a dip, and they send it off onto the right left wing corner. Now straight away, it's controlled by McCullough. Handed on, and a good defensive play there by the Bulldogs. Reading that and clearing it away was number 12 in black, Katie Hayward. Still plenty of time for the Gators on this power play. We've just reached the halfway point right now. There's a drop pass as they cut through the middle, a shot, and a nice save made by Poland. She's been sharp today. I know it says that she's given up 3, but she has been sharp today. They walk the line. They turn, hand it off on the left wing. There's a shot that got the backboards. Rebound's going to carry them around and over, and the Bulldogs are able to clear it ahead of that play. Trying to catch up for an offensive rush here, I believe, is Patterson, number 15. She could not do so, at least in front of the net. It might have been actually 19 Gilbert down there, whoever it was. It's a good job on the penalty kill, though. They took it a little additional time off the clock. And now back the other way. Gators trying to set it up. That shot was pushed into the corner by the netminder, Poland. Gators switch off there. Nice handoff on to Briere. Briere outside rim of the circle at the hash marks. Now she'll retreat to the point. Right point shot. Kind of a high floater that Poland was able to grab and will hold at 18:06 to go. 3-1. The lead is Bishop's University Alligator. The Adrian College Bulldogs need to make a comeback here, and to do so, they need to start by killing off the final 6 seconds of this man advantage. And they decide that the face-off is going to be in the near side circle, so we get that settled. And let's go ahead and drop the puck and get back to it. Trying to stride into it. A little bit of a pin to the boards was number 20 in black. That's Van Antwerp, but she did a nice job to kill the rest of the penalty off. Still dangerous out of the cage of the Gators, and they had the opportunity there, and holding that post strong was Veronica Poland. Now the Bulldogs try to sweep it ahead. Doesn't get out on first attempt. Now it's going to be grabbed and carried on by Hannah Chase. Chase in a 2-on-2. Chase over the line. Long shot from the top of the circle. And Veronica Todd up to the task there. Both goaltenders. We got a Victoria and a Veronica going after it today. Victoria Poland and Veronica Todd, the two netminders, and both of them, despite what the score may say, have been very good. 33 shots on, 3 goals for the Gators. Meanwhile, Adrian has 1 on 20 shots. So you're getting, so far it's a 1 in 11. 1 of every 11 has been in. So that's not a real good shooting percentage, and the save percentage is above .9, which is where you want to see it at the very least. That's going to be cleared to center and sent on through the middle. Bulldogs, let's get right back on the offensive. They were corral at center ice, couldn't dance on through, and it swung to the line, not out, and on second effort, they forced the puck out of the zone. Having to retreat to cover is going to be Heisner. She'll lay it on ahead. Poke to the line and right back out. Good work there as the Gators continue to avoid the zone. Now it's pushed down in further. To the goal line and below it goes. Big rebound's going to carry them around to the circle now. Centering pass didn't get through, and with an opportunity here, they will turn back. And now we try to turn back the other way. Into the near side corner. The Gators pulled off the wall. It got kicked to the middle after a block shot, and now it's just going to end up in the face-off circle. Pushing it in further, it's going to come out the center. Look out here. Could be numbers here for the Bulldogs. Trying to cut through Hayward. Sent it on back. They wanted to get it back to Hayward, and it never found its mark. Patterson wanted to get it back to Hayward. That just didn't work. And now we go rink wide on a lead feed. With speed, back over the line is Armand. She cuts to the middle and lets one go. That got the glass. Chopping it on back to keep it in play. Number 15, Patterson did that. Works its way around to the near side boards. Not out. Good steal here. Chance in front. Bouncing puck couldn't be controlled, and that's going to mean that Gilbert can bring it out. It gets as far as center, but unable to follow up and get it deep was Hayward. Bulldogs making full sail changes. It could be an in-tight 3-on-2, and it works. They open it up, and a rising shot on the short side wouldn't go for Charette. And it was, what do we got here? And we get a whistle. And I think they're saying that it may have gone out of play off the carom off the boards. I believe is what the call is. No, there was a penalty called. I'm sorry. Because the linesman was doing the talking, so, you know, the linesmen don't normally call the penalties, but it looked like Letke is going to go off. So Letke is going to go off here at the 4:06 mark. And with that, a power play again for the Bishop's University Gators. They go D-to-D up top, moving to the middle, wanting the forehand shot, but closed off quickly was Briere. Puck's going to be dumped into the near side corner as a result. Nice little move there, looking to create a little space for herself is Charette. Hands it off on the left wing. They move it down below the goal line. Center it back through, and that pass didn't connect. Good puck retrieval there as they center it again through again. That's a bouncing puck at the lip of the crease. And the Bulldogs will come up with it and clear it the length. How to tee it up there will be Veronica Todd. Back to get it will be your mates as they now look to do a clean breakout. 5 of them leave the zone together. Smooth skating through the blue line. Smooth skating right through the middle zone and over the line. All the way around they go. Centering pass hit the netminder. It's going to roll to the line. Nice keep. It's coming over to keep it in there was Latuzal. Handed off and a shot there by Briere. Got through and the rebound's going to go off into the corner. Kind of a shooting gallery starting to form here for the home team. There's a shot on and that got the glass. Rebound again. Going to carry him around to the near side boards. It's cleared to the line, not out. Nice keep there on an offensive play by Briere. There's a shot, didn't get through, and the rebound going to go down below the goal line. 34 to go on the man advantage. That's sent through towards the front of the net, but that was easily speared away before it got to Poland. Clearing attempt doesn't work, and a power play still resumes. That's thrown towards the front of the cage. That shot didn't get through as it was let go by Briere. Into the final 16 of the man advantage. The Gators nearly completing a line change so far, and they may have just completed it. Now they give it back on over. Briere again, that shot was blocked. Adrian dead tired at the end of a long shift. Let's see if it's carried on. Whoa, what a move here. Where'd this come from? And the speed finally got canceled out as I believe that was 23 Granger on a nice rush. An errant pass at center is going to be grabbed, and we're back to even strength, but that was 23 in black. Maria Granger with a nice job, moving the puck from end to end. Held in there, left on a tee and carried back in. They send it on through to the middle. It was just a little bit behind Hayward. She could handle it cleanly. The Gators now look to turn. It ends up into the far side corner, now below the cage. Bulldogs look to force a turnover from there, and it ends up being scooted up to the near side, tapped off the near side boards, and it'll come out to center ice. Heisner behind the safety of her cage. Gets it as far as, let's say, the boards and benches, but it finally does get tipped out to center ice. Saucered on through. They carry it on, and a shot there went wide. Good moving to move to your left, fire it back to the right by the forward, number 19, Erica Gilbert. But now the Gators back in their own end. They will line up behind the cage. Lead feed is a good one. Second one is kind of pushed ahead to center ice. Fired right back in. Pass across to the near side. This is going to be Vatour trying to battle on through. Couldn't do so. Left the puck behind her. And then the tip further was put on and nicely forced by number 18 that time, McCullough, as Adrian just can't seem to get anything going here. They will bring in 4 fresh skaters as they're in the middle of a line change with 12:25 to go on the clock. Bulldogs still trail by a score of 3-1, and it is the Gators moving on through, handing it off on the left wing. That got poked away. Bouncing puck, you got it, I take it. It's going to be grabbed, held in, moving in sharply. That drop pass didn't connect, and the Bulldogs will at least spike it as far as center ice, giving a little bit of time and space for 19 in White Briere. She sends it up. It's over the line on a redirection. Puck just sitting in the circle, and it's going to roll in further. Trying to clear it back around is going to be Letke. She couldn't, tries the other side. That gets to the line, hopped over the stick of the defenseman, and having to cover up there will be Briere. Briere behind the safety of her cage. Had it swept off her stick. There's a collision as a couple players braced for it. It doesn't look like either are the worse for wear. It comes up to the half boards and now will be carried right back out by Bishop's University. One-on-one opportunity here. Looking to get wide, unable to due to the good stick work by Abraham to force the player, number 12 in white, Charette Farr. But really the goal might be less of an issue here. It's just keeping the puck down on this end with a 2-goal lead, and a face-off will help do that as well, as the only thing Poland can do is hold, and we will get a whistle and a draw in the far side circle with 11:17 on the clock in a 3-1 game. And really the Bishop University squad here doing a great job of pinning Adrian back. There's been some flow and some play in the neutral ice, but really nothing sustainable and constant from the Bulldogs, although a face-off win, and they'll try to bring it back here. They gain the line, and that is going to be offside. They pulled up and let it go, but that set the play offside, so we'll have to do it again. Face-off should come out to center ice right in front of the Bishop's University bench, far side of the rink. Off the face-off, going to be rolled towards the line, and now it's going to be sent in on a drop pass, and right back up and at him come the Gators, I beg your pardon, as Cunningham will go in after it. Bulldogs get there first. It's chipped into the far side corner, played around on the backhand, and following up there in the near side corner now will be Adrian. They joust away at it in the corner. Helping out there is Van Antwerp. She's dealing with Latuzel in the corner. Trying to poke it up the wall is going to be Elizabeth Anderson from the Bulldogs. She does so, and now it's going to be a breakout. With speed, they stay on side, 2-on-2, save, rebound, and a set play. It was a shot, big shot by Granger with the rebound coming up free to Patterson, and they couldn't finish. There's a shot on and another save, and that's going to be cleared away. Check that, it wasn't 15, it was 19 going to the net there. Well, it's Erica Gilbert. Still the offensive zone pressure now. Halfway through period number 3. The Gators looking for a little room to clear it out. They slap it off the boards. This would be an icing call, and it was waved off as it determined that they could have put a little bit more pep in the step and could have gotten down there. Adrian finishing a change, a little bit slow there, but referee says play on. Trying to dip in wide on the right wing side. Wanting to get to the middle was Rotondo. Sent across, over to the near side boards after a ricochet. Bulldogs unable to hold it in. Good pressure by the Gators to get it back out to center. Puck through the Blue Jackets logo right at center ice where it's going to be fired in. And a good play there by Burke. Just go ahead and chip and chase now. You don't really need any more at this point. As long as you can keep the puck away from Adrian in their end, you're sitting pretty. Puck to the line, not out, and another good keep. Gauthier, they've done a lot of that. Really nice keep-in opportunities. 2 flow to the net. 1 throws the brakes on, lost it down low. That's going to be a turnover and a puck through the crease. Sat there, but the referee lost sight of it. And we're going to go ahead and get a whistle and a face-off upcoming as we've got now 9:01 on the clock, 3-1 our score. Shots on goal 34-22. Remember, it was 14-11 in favor of Adrian after one. But since then, it's been 23-8 in favor of the Gators. Folks, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. Come on back. We're going to have the conclusion of this one. Bulldogs going up against the Gators. Welcome back here as we are getting ready to continue on third period action between the Bishop's University Alligators, or excuse me, the Bishop University Gators, I beg your pardon, and the fifth in the West, the Adrian College Bulldogs. The Bishop University Gators, by the way, they are 2 in the East, and this is the first game that these teams have played in the D2 ACHA tournament. You're watching this all live on the YouTube ACHA network. Bulldogs looking to try to get even. They've got less than 9 minutes to do so, but it's going to be rolled on in as they look to get to the offensive pressure. It's played back up the near side boards, doesn't get out, and as the line was held. Good job tipping it in further by number 20 in black. That is Ellie Van Antwerp. Sends to the front of the net, but it was easily picked off and figured around on a clear by DeTomaso. On second effort, it'll get to the line, and that's poked by. As unable to hold that far side line was Cecilia Warner. Look at this play. Coming on through, a shot, not late move, but a save was made as Paris had it, and it was blockered away. Big stop there. You'd think a 3-goal spread might wrap this one up. Bulldogs, as long as you stay within 2, you never know what could happen. They haven't had a power play in a while either. The last 2 have gone to the Gators, so referees keep that in mind. Whether they should or shouldn't, it just seems to, oddly enough, always work out. It's fired right back in. That's going to go side of the cage. Not icing here as the Bulldogs were circling. It's Warner. They joust away along the wall. It's going to roll on in deep. I believe that was Van Antwerp trying to play it back up the wall, but the only players there were wearing white. She's wearing black. They look to wrap in center, and that comes out the other side. Rebound into the near side corner yet again. Falling down on the play was number 7 in black, but getting up none the worse for wear is Letke. She's trying to stay at the boards, making sure nothing gets back to the point as still the pressure's being put on by Bishop's University. There's a turn. That shot ramped off the stick of an Adrian player. They backhand to keep it in further, and they can't get it out yet again. Can the Bulldogs trying to come up as Warner. She wanted to poke it out. That's centered on through, and it's going to squirt free to the near side corner. 7:10 to go. Pretty consistent attack zone time. Basically about a minute and a half plus here for the home team from Bishop's University. And again, another near turnover. And this time the Bulldogs will be able to skate back with it. End of a long shift and a 2-on-3. Shot blocked. Put right off the leg. Is unable to get that shot through was Gilbert. Now we rush back in a 3-on-3. Over the line. Cutting to the middle. Moving through. And that shot didn't get through off the stick of Sherrod. It ends up into the corner though. No harm, no foul. As the Bulldogs trying to make a move back the other way. They want to clear it around. They cannot. Forced to the near side corner. Knocked down as a Bulldog player. Puck still in there as both teams come to battle. And it'll be brought up by the Bulldogs the other way. Here comes Adrian. Looking to cut this deficit to 1. They feather it on through. It never found Letke in tight. Letke now wants to get down low, help force the puck in. It's going to find its way to the far side corner where it's going to be Natuzel on it for a moment, and that puck's going to be deflected up and out of play with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go here. Period number 3. Our score 3-1 in favor of the Bishop's University Gators.
60 shots on goal.
Shots 35-22. In favor of the home team, the Bishop's University Gators, I beg your pardon. Played on over and around, coming over to keep it in is Armand. She was looking to find a better chip out opportunity and could not. Now it's Belanger. Belanger, nicely little lay ahead there and unable to squeeze through multiple players was number 13, Armand. An Adrian player without a stick, but the Bulldogs get it to the line. It was onside for a moment, and now they have to clear it, and it's going to be icing. And it's going to, face-off's going to move all the way back down here to the Adrian defensive end with just now 5:39. Time officially becoming a factor here. Bulldogs need to get one here in the next couple minutes if they hope to get back to even in this game. Face off, they draw, they tie up there. It's one back to the line, held in for a moment, a bouncing puck in the top of the circle is going to be controlled. Lead ahead, that didn't get through. Look out here, near turnover. Bulldogs have to wrap the net, looking for an outlet as Heinzer. And they do send one through the middle with speed. Now Anderson. Anderson in a 1-on-3, couldn't dance on through. The Bulldogs needed a line change anyway. That's why that play didn't develop quickly. There's a shot, it's off the glove and in! Oh, what a shame as it just went off the glove. Hey, the netminder, Victoria Poland, it was let go by McCullough, and her shot's gonna carry him off the glove and into the net. And just with that goal, a 3-goal lead opened up. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 50 seconds. And that might be the dagger needed for the home team to get their first victory in pool play. Turnover at center, and it's sent right back in. Trying to come over the top to clear it out is going to be Werner. She went back up the same far side boards, couldn't find it there. Now Werner's hooked down as it ended up down below the goal line. It's played around Van Antwerp, tries to get to it. She wheel in the corner, but she got canceled out. Good little cycle starting here for Bishop's University. Around the outside, It's Vautour playing it back in deep. Good stick lift. It ends up coming back to the point. Keeping it in is McGovern, and she'll throw it in again. That's all you got to do. Make sure you keep that line and get it deep. It looks like they're trying to make a defense change, and they're going to get 2 or at least 1 fresh back checker on. And now with speed over the line, do the Bulldogs bring it. Outside rim of the circle, Gilbert had a chance, threw it towards the front of the net. That got deflected away, and the rebound did too. They lay it on back to the point, looking to walk the line. That shot through traffic didn't get all the way through. Good idea, just not enough gas on it to carry them through some bodies. But that was off the stick of Warner. Side of the net, and they jam away at it in front. Gilbert couldn't get a stick on it. And that's going to be cleared as they were unable to knife it down. This is going to roll on goal, not wide. What a break there for Bishop's University. The Gators don't have to deal with the icing call. They will be able to change as it rolled on goal, and as a result, Poland had to hold on to it. We've got 3:54 on the clock. It's a 4-1 game. Face-off is going to be the far side of the rink in the offensive zone here for the Gators. They win the draw. They lay it off on the outside circle of the far side circle, that is. Bulldogs look to push it up ice. A little bit of a hook taken on, but still doing the job and pushing it ahead were the Bulldogs. Trying to find some open ice wide is Chase. Hannah Chase brings it in. Poked off her stick, but she will still follow up down below the goal line. It rolled by Letke before she could get a stick on it to help out. Ends up back coming in the other way. Now responsible to try to keep it in is going to be number 21, Anderson. They do keep it in, and a shot is going to be a save made as it's blockered off into the near side boards. A little bit of a bump there, as unable to hold the line was Abraham. Not enough for icing here. Turning is going to be Heisner. And it's going to be redirected out to center. 3:06 on the clock in a 3-goal spread. It's in deep, and now 24 is back there. That is Jessica Abraham. Abraham didn't like the far side. A little fake on the near side. He's going to roll it to the line. She's going to roll it to the line, not out. Poked back in. Boy, what a great job here by the Gators that they have continued to keep the pressure on, not allowing Adrian to break out of their end with any sort of speed and players. But now Gilbert's got it. 1-on-2, poked off her stick, and we're coming right back the other way. Late change by the Bulldogs is going to lead to an odd man rush. Throwing the brakes on, cutting to the middle. Pass on through. It's in the feet of the netminder, and a save was made. Great 2-on-1 run by Armand and McGovern, I believe. Or it might have been Briere, and they flip it right at the netminder, but who's able to take a seat on it and make sure it does not cross the goal line with 2:32 on the clock, and still the 3-goal lead for the Gators. They have been impressive so far. Maybe a rough first period, but outside of that, they have been really, really solid. And I just say rough first period. They got the tying goal, and I felt like Adrian may have controlled more on that period, but there's no question the last 2 periods, we've basically been down in the Bishop's University offensive end. Cleared to the line. That's held in. Nice read and a good job jumping into the play. Thrown on in the last second save, as I don't know if Todd saw that shot that was let go by Chase. There's a collision at just outside the blue line, and now some bodies on each other here at center. Batting one hand on the stick. The Gators sweep it out. Tight turn here by Chase. She protects well, but not well enough as it was caught up in the skate of the officials. Now she rolls it in deep. The only player back there was number 19 in white, Briere. Briere over the line, cuts to the middle. There's a shot on and a save was made, and it's held by Poland. With now we have just 1:35 left on the clock. Face off into the near side corner. They're about 165 feet away from the net they need to score the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, if you're a Gator fan, you're thinking that is fantastic. You're up 3 and you got an offensive zone face-off. You're sitting real pretty right now as this game ticks along. Trying to hold the line. That's a great read. That was a really nice job there by Gauthier. She dropped back enough to make sure that she was in position if she needed to be, but then just took a step forward, batted that puck in, and now she hit the side of the glass / stanchion. That's supposed to be a whistle, I guess not, and now we move on. Adrian's coach looking for a whistle over there. None forthcoming, and now it's just going to be spiked down in further by Emily Letke. Teed up behind the net by Todd. Waiting. They try the other side to the Gators. Cleared to the line, not out. That's going to be kept by Heisner. Puck moved to the middle, and they tap it on further. Good play there by Abraham to come over and keep it in. We look for a tie-up along the boards. That's dug out of traffic. Thrown through the front of the net, and it never connected. And falling down there is an Adrian player. That was number 7 that was dumped, Paris. Or excuse me, number 7 the other way, Letke. Bodies and sticks hitting the deck all over the place with just 27 seconds to go. And that's going to come out the center on Bishop's University here. The Gators well on their way to getting their first W in their first game of pool play. They are the number 2 seed in the East, or from the East, and they are looking very, very down here. Again, it might have been an even first period, maybe a little bit more Adrian. There's a shot that got the backboards, but with 3, 2, and 1, it is the Bishop University Gators who control the last 2 periods of play in this one, and they will skate away with a 4-1 victory. Great game, or great at least, if nothing else, final 2 periods, as I believe Burke has got one of the goals. Schaffer got the other. McCullough's got one, or actually McCullough with 2 of the goals. She will be the big shooter in this game here for the Gators. Folks, we're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we have our 4th and final game of this on this side of the rink. 6 total for the ACHA Division II Women's National Championship Tournament, the pool play. When we come back, next game up, you're watching the ACHA on the YouTube ACHA Network.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by the Columbus Blue Jackets. For tickets and more, visit bluejackets.com. R-Bar, the official ACHA 2018 Nationals post-game hangout and best hockey bar in Columbus. And by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission. Columbus has no off-season.